Greetings, I'm Serving Glory and welcome to part 14 of my run through Crusader Kings 3. We've got an alliance with one of our grandsons. Oh yeah, I made 3 grandsons landholders up here and we've now got alliances with all of them. Fantastic, I think that maybe nets me about 70 extra levy. So yeah, part 14 is the Duke of Anjou looking to take France eventually. At the moment we're in a war with... it's my liege's war. Defending against Count de Galindo. Okay. I wonder if I want to raise troops and send them down there. Could do, could do. I want to save up some money because we can usurp Kingdom of Brittany if we've got the cash. I figured out eventually why I wasn't able to do that before. It was puzzling me for a while. Yeah, Duchy of Brittany. And I thought, well, where was the button? No, that's not Duchy, it's the Kingdom. Yeah, it was to usurp. But anyway, we don't have the 425 gold that it requires, so we're going to save up for that. But yeah, so do I want to head down there? It's not really going to do any harm if we were to. Let's attend this feast though. Okay. Don't need experienced captains any longer. We've got just this one. What is the danger? Just a low popular opinion of me. Okay, mercenary guards. It seems a wee bit excessive to be paying 20 gold for that. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to bother. We'll just take the forest guide. Get rid of that for now. Yeah, we do go through some forests. So we'll keep them. We need a caravan master, obviously. And... you're craven, whereas you're brave. Theodulus, you can get the job. And that reduces our danger as well. Okay. Join the feast. Don't need to customise the route. Although we could come down through here and eliminate the danger completely. It's only 8% chance. Let's give it a try though. Anjou to Chalon. So if we come through here instead, then there, and then we back, do the opposite. Okay, that's fine. Let's join the feast. My fellow vassal, Countess Sophie, is hosting a banquet in Chalon, and time has come for us to depart. The feast is in honour of Mayor Adelaide, a truly remarkable human being whom deserves additional reverence. I do look forward to trying the wine of the Chalon region, as well as enjoying the local cuisine. Off we go. And we're in the Regency. Right. Well, I'm not going to be going and doing any attacking while we're in a Regency. I would like to get more men-at-arms. We do have the space for one more regiment, but again, we're trying to save up, so hold off on that for now. Why have we got low popular opinion of me in here? It's one of my counties. Making time. The servants run across the hall bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. I can't wait for that hag to make a fool of herself. Which hag? Countess Sophie? Anyway, I'm here to have a good time. Waiting for the banquet to begin. Every guest is gathered in the Great Hall, and our gracious host, Countess Sophie, has welcomed us all to the feast. The pleasing atmosphere. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays off every wall, light bouncing like laughter around the hall. I am constantly alert for any hint of danger, deliberate or accidental, planned or impromptu. There's just enough to match my expectations. Not so much that a plot is obvious, not so little that a plot is clearly disguised, just the way I like it. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. I guess that's because I have high intrigue. I'm always on the lookout for such things. Okay, loose stress. Every guest with at least one trait in common gains 20 opinion. Or gain the prestige. I think we'll go with that. Lose some stress and see if we can increase maybe some opinions somewhere. Mutual spirits. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Countess Sophie. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we seemed to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with her. Her opinion's now plus 15, so I guess it's not hard that we were looking to fall flat on our face. Fair enough, what a good evening. This is a long time for a banquet, isn't it? Ah, there is nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, it is, Julian tells me. Count Papa and Count Welf nod their heads in agreement. I just do what feels right. Okay, stress is going to be gone completely. The pleading gaze I receive from my fellow vassal Adhemar is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner he has hidden all evening, and the walls are hindering his escape. The poor man has never been good with people. Who are you? King Louis the Chancellor. Okay. I could distract the guests. He gains opinion of me, and I get a weak hook. I could ask him to tell us a story. Spend some prestige. Grow closer to forming a friendship with Duke Adhemar. Gain a weak hook. Lose 50 stress. And he gains opinion of me. Is he going to... He probably is going to stay on the council when good old King Louis pops his clogs. Is that a Dutch thing? It might be worth trying to get a weak hook on him. Let's spend the prestige. I can't do anything else here. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there is one event remaining that everyone is expecting, and that's Countess Sophie's toast to the guest of honour, Mayor Adelaide. It's a decent speech, if a bit long-winded, but that's usually how these things go. The assembled guests clap and whoop politely when it finishes, some more enthusiastically than others. It's Mayor Adelaide I don't seem to have much of an opinion of. Here, she gains prestige, highly esteemed. This has happened. There's no immediate effects for me. Yeah, here. I'm drunk, let's go with it. Daylight pours through the windows, and in just one moment the whole hall becomes illuminated. Most of the seats are now empty. Some servants hand me my weapons and take their leave with a cheery bow. What a pleasure it was to have you with us, Countess Sophie smiles at me. What a feast! Before coming, I could have never imagined the exotic delicacies. I would sample in my time in Countess Sophie's halls. I thought there was a full stop in there. This was a feast I will never forget. But now I shall depart. Okay. I'm just not getting to sway my countess at all. Maybe I should start trying to sway someone else. We have a knight errant encounter. It is known that the people of Cluny seem to profess a special devotion towards their knights and their legends. My lord, the knight says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I am in search of a marvellous fountain which water is said to cure all illnesses. If you are to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Amore is quick to interrupt. Wait, my lord, I know this knight. It's Fabrice. Could be delayed. We could get some cash. Yes. We're going to take the money. I mean, he is good. He's young. Yeah. He's potentially worth taking on, even if I do get stressed. But then I've just come to this feast to lose stress. No, we're going to take the money. So that we can get our kingdom a bit quicker. Declare wars. Forget about that. What you doing, boy? Swinging the power skills against me. Balance of power. Settle your hash when I get back. At long last, I'm finally home. And now we have what? Petition the king. I don't think that's anything I want to petition the king for. I choose petition type. What we're looking for? Transfer the claim. Request the king grants a claimed title of another vassal. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I've got to travel there. How long is it going to take? And I'm not going to bother. I'm not that interested in petitioning the king. I'm not spending money on these things either. Prince Bishop Jourdain's funeral. I flee within 19 days. Where is it? Avalois. Can't see Avalois around here. And oh no, it's not. It's here. Oh, it is there. Right. Okay. That's not what I was trying to do. It's that. I'll get rid of this. Give me back this. So somewhere in here. No, it's not Valois, was it? No, it's somewhere around there. Anyway, participants may gain attending character's opinion. Participants may lose stress. Okay. As long as it's not going to cost me too much. We don't need experienced Capitan. We don't actually need... No, we do. No, we don't. We're skipping around the danger zones. Goes to 6. Okay, this looks fairly cheap. 3 months though. Let's go. Something new. We didn't. Oh, because I went on. Because I'm off to a funeral, my petitioning of the king was cancelled. The procession has ground to a halt a stone's throw away from Sully-sur-Loire. I look over to see my knight Amaury dismounted and intently staring at something on the ground. The other entourage members have gathered around him. Amory looks up as I approach. My lord, there is an ant path here. I may be a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. He pauses. My great-grandfather did, and he never returned home. Take another path. Spend prestige. Funeral's delayed by only 5 days. I think we left in plenty of time. We had 19 days to spare. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll find another path. Just don't make a habit of it. Don't know who that is. It matters not. Vézelay is to be Geoffrey's final resting place, and I'm greeted by the Prince Bishop Jourdain of Avalois. Though I cared little for his company, this day is really about Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Avalois, and this is my opportunity to mourn's the only thing I can do. Time of celebration by my reckoning, gain prestige. Yeah, some sad people around. This is nothing to do with the funeral. This is Bouchard and my Bouchard again. Keeps the traits to sadistic. What traits do you have? Ambitious, zealous, and sadistic. I think I got you zealous the last time this event occurred. You pregnant? You're a twin. Who's your dad? Ah, right. It's my daughter's son. Oh, you're incapable. Oh well. That's ridiculous. We get a robust, intelligent guy and he becomes incapable. What happened? Say what you want, but having no scruples will serve him well. Let's pause. Can I see this guy's history? Memories of this character. A tragic incident cost me my health and my independence. What tragic incident? That's rubbish. Because he was actually high on my list of vassals for my next character, my heir. Anyway, continuing with this, Prince Bishop's funeral. The mourners move through the hall, weeping in a kind of macabre dance, all for Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Avalois. The unsettling silence of a people holding back what they so desperately wish to do. Silent screams never to part their lips, hard-fought battles against tears being lost, so ashamed of their own grief. I rise to my feet and allow myself to get lost in the dance with my fellow mourners. Gain piety and lose stress. How about gaining gold? In a quiet corner of the church, I overhear Prince Bishop Jourdain of Avalois chatting with a group of mourners. He sombrely gestures me over. We all have fond memories of Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Avalois. I was just talking about the time I inherited the Prince Bishopric of Avalois from my acquaintance, Prince Bishop Geoffrey. There's lots of Prince Bishops around. Tell me, have you any memories to share? I could gain more piety. I could gain even more piety and opinion of some people. I lose 107 stress, which we don't actually have. We'll take that. I lie my way through. All eyes fall upon Prince Bishop Jourdain of Avalois as he falls to the ground in lamentation, hands coating his reddened eyes from view. Prince Bishop Jourdain of Avalois' sorrowful gasps and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. Okay, I could gain some legitimacy, and I could lose some legitimacy. I can only mourn in my own way. I'm for comfort. Who are you? You're just a vassal. Not anyone special. You're lowborn also. So I can only mourn in my own way. Gain more piety. Our moment in time. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois, with his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination. I am at last left with a moment of solace between myself and my acquaintance. Why would I gain stress and quiet prayer? Gain piety, lose stress, unrelenting devotion. Yeah, I'll allow myself a moment of grief for the dearly departed. The shadows of mourners no longer loom over me, and I am at last given a moment alone. What quiet comfort I could take in such a moment, without the rattling and prattling of other guests in my ears. Just me and my thoughts of Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois. It feels good. Before me, a feasting table stocked high with all manner of food and drink, as if Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois were trying to offer a final act of magnanimity before parting. Count Welf of Song has so far refused to lay a finger on this banquet, however, swilling his goblet around in idle solace. His middle distance stare falls wearily upon me, and with a quiet nod he raises his drink high. To Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois, truly one of the greats. Good God. The guy's mediocre. Anyway. Great indeed, and I will be greater still. Yeah. Who are you? Oh, no, sorry, who are you? Another neighbouring vassal? Is it worth trying to get better opinion? No. Speak a quiet prayer. This funeral's gone on even longer than the banquet. I and the other mourners take a reprieve from our grief to enjoy a great bounty of food. Maria, usually the lifeblood of any feast, now sits across from me misty-eyed with an untouched goblet at her side. How can we make ourselves fat and merry in times like these? Are we to satisfy our hedonistic desires while Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois has none? Join me, empty our goblets in libation. The guests seem to agree. There is a wisdom in Maria's oafish lamentation. Okay. Lose some gold? Don't think so. Let's join the offer and get some legitimacy for a bit of a change. And I've gained an achievement, Divine Right. Divine Right, where are you? Reach the maximum level of legitimacy. Good. The grief of the acquaintance. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretence of propriety, the inconsolable Eleanor gazes out into the nothingness before her. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth, until she turns to me. God can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue its push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? Revelation is upon us. My acquaintance is dead. God. I don't think I'll be coming to many more funerals. It's a bit depressing. Quietly nod, lose some stress, which I don't have. Yeah, I think we might go for that instead. And again, she's nobody in particular, but may as well try and get the piety from it. I did. Excellent. Anything else? The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have a last moment with Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois. A last whisper, a last long goodbye like this is. At last nothing at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly, a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts, and there is nothing but a veil between me and him. Quiet bow. Make a speech, I don't think so. Speak of a virtue. Yeah, fine, do that. Can we please move on? Bury the guy. Two, one, done. And then we plant him very quickly. Now the time has come to commit Prince Bishop Geoffrey of Valois' final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. Geoffrey's enshrouded body is held suspended above an open grave, surrounded by close friends and family. Stood at his head is Prince Bishop Jourdain of Valois, a privileged place of mourning afforded only to a magnanimous host. We are given a few traditional prayers for the deceased, and then his body is slowly lowered into his grave, where he may rest in paradise for eternity. Beautiful. The funeral has concluded. I gained 375 piety out of all that, and lost 9 stress. Right, let's head home as quickly as we can, treading on any ants that we might see. This guy, my son constantly is causing me problems with the Regency. Let's come up here. Thank God I can go inside. Yeah, at last, at long last, I'm finally home. Pause. Let's praise everyone. Let's... What's this? Open terrain expert. As well as a forest, or hills and mountains and wetlands. That is plains, okay. Let's give you a go. Go and attack. Yeah, run away. I'm not petitioning the king again, or having any of these expensive nonsenses. Oh, we caught them. Oh, I suppose they were trying to get into their ships, weren't they? It's swinging back in their favour. What the hell? They got down to their better troops, their elite quality troops. They absolutely gubbed me. I should maybe have put a different general in charge. Well, at least they've gone. No, they haven't gone to their ships. They're coming after me. Run away! Flee! Can't select a new general until we stop running. We did swear Countess that time. Let's get our next lifestyle perk. I don't know that I've got any intimidated or terrified vassals, which is a bit of a pity. Anywho. Fighting somebody else, good stuff. Let's just disband the army then. Still 1500, yeah. Our maximum that we can get to. Alright. I don't want other duchies at the moment. I need a kingdom before I can get another duchy. Where is this? So that, right, not interested anyway. Oh, she holds them both. No, we're not doing that anyway. We need a new knight. Potential alliance negotiations. Lothar Longshanks, where are you? I wouldn't accept anyway. What's going on? Get out of my way. Right, forget that just now. To put on an act. An overheard whisper and a sharp glare are the final pieces that makes the puzzle fall into place. My knight, Finguin Sen Magichan, is more well versed in the art of intrigue than he would have everyone believe. To know there is a man like that at court makes me rather nervous. However, I might learn a lot if I can get him to trust me. Well, he likes me a lot. And you're not actually very good at anything. I was going to give him I tried to get him married, but yeah. I might gain an intrigue lifestyle perk. Be more vigilant. Yes, well, try and convince him that we're cut from the same cloth. And I guess I don't get lifestyle perk. Maybe it's coming. It takes many days, but at long last I coincidentally stumble upon Finguin Sen Ngichan while he is alone. Lord Finguin, etc. I have been meaning to... If you walked into a room to find your spouse yelling at a young page for dropping a plate, what would you do? Is he testing me? Maybe this is my opportunity to convince him that we have a lot in common. Right, you're gluttonous, brave, and shy. As a trickster, hunter, an eager reveller, a journaler. I suppose that gives you more learning. I wouldn't join in the yelling. I don't think you do that because you're shy. The page would be punished. I think if I was a trickster, I would probably want to find out both their sides of the story. Let's give it a try. He pauses, thoughtful before continuing. In the middle of a march to battle, just as you're setting up camp, an officer approaches you to ask what should be done with a spy that has been caught. Obviously the spy has some answers to give, in time. Again, let's try and get some information. Duke or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. I'm only 50. 51. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. My body is racked by shivers and weakness, my head leaking from every orifice. I heard that wheezing from across the court, my lord. Kala, my physician, pokes her head into my chamber. Should you require it, I know a fair number of suitable remedies. I am calm, paranoid, and ambitious. Yeah, do no more than what is necessary. I don't want to leave me be. Kala called on the priest to bring forth the finest singer in the court, which turned out to be a young child with a bright tenor voice. For several days in a row the child sang me to sleep. The soothing voice turned out to be just what I needed, for now the worst of my symptoms are alleviated, and the world seems a little brighter. Excellent work. Just disease symptoms. Okay, right, to put on a knight. His eyebrows creep down and his gaze grows cold. You make a decision, say that all taxes in a county will be raised, and it comes to your attention that one of your vassals openly questions that decision. How do you react? You're not... There's nothing that would make me think that you want them to be punished. And you're shy, so you wouldn't confront them loudly. And I don't think you would want that either. Punishment's the only option. Flay the beggar. His face is lit up by a surprisingly warm smile. You seem to be a man of sound judgment. Indeed I am, sirrah. He blushes before moving down the corridor on silent feet. Please join me. We have much to discuss. And I get my new perk, and it's going to be Prison chance plus 50% of Forever Famous. Unlock the Murder Feast. Neither of these really appeal to me anymore. Too old and infirm to last long enough to get torture trait, I think. Take Prison Feudal Complex and be done with it. And with that, I'm going to put in a break. We'll pick this up again next time out. I didn't even look at which wars I could declare. I don't want to go to war with Flanders. I want to go to war in here, take this bit next, if I can. But anyway, that's for the future. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers!